Now we know how to find performance problems relating to the database and understand what causes them. So let's fix the problem we're having. Our goal is to drop the number of queries from n plus 1, in this case 21, down to just 1. There are 3 queries that we can't really do anything about, so in the end we should be down to 4 queries. If you see in our index view, we have a getQuerySet method. We simply need to add selectRelated to it, and we should see a big improvement. Note that selectRelated takes a parameter, the field that we want to do the join on. In this case, we're using createdBy. If you get this wrong, Django's error page will actually give you a list of possible options. Now when we view our page, we see that the number of queries did drop to 4. That's a big difference, and in my experience, when you're in a production environment with many people hitting the app, this would be a much bigger difference. I want to briefly point out 2 other options you have available to you for performance. When we looked at the SQL queries, the slowest query was related to sessions. There is a contributed module that lets you use Redis as a cache backend. It's called Django Redis Cache, which is pretty easy to remember. Using this will reduce the burden on your database so that it can focus on the data. Another thing to look into is caching. Django is one of the simplest and most effective caching helpers I've seen. The documentation for it is great, so I'll suggest you read that. Some of the cool things it can do is cache individual database queries and cache whole pages, and it's quite easy to configure how long a page is cached. That wraps up this section. We've discussed installing the Django debug toolbar, pointed out a very common performance problem, and how to fix it. In the next section, we'll learn how to deploy our app in a production environment.